Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caroline and today is day 10. Day 10. Yeah, day 10 of 30 days commitment to embodiment journey. Let me start by saying, excuse the background. I'm in my friend's office at this moment and there was too much background noise going on in the kitchen and outside right at the moment I wanted to film. People started doing work, like you could hear them doing renovation work in their home. And in the kitchen, the fridge was doing this noise. I was like, you know what, let me come here. And it looks a hot mess. She's working on it. Okay, she's doing her thing. She's revamping her closet. And fun fact for you, life is funny. Whenever you put an intention out there, or you just, just like that, you're like, oh, I want this or I want that, and there's no stress attached to it, there's no resistance, there's no tension, they come to pass very easily. Why do I say that? Because a few months ago I was helping a guest house to start up, and I was working on painting in the house, and I really enjoyed that experience. Okay, it was good for my soul. I needed it because the winter was rough for me as far as certain things happening in my personal life. And painting, as well as listening to podcasts, was really healing for me. I didn't know I needed the painting experience. The podcast, I knew I was going to get something of it, but that plus the painting, man, they came together so beautifully. And I remember thinking, oh man, like once this project is done, I'd love to paint some more, not as a job, but, as a hobby, as something that I just do. And I just be with every stroke of the paint. And when I came back to my city, my best friend was like, yo, I need to paint the doors of my closet a new color. So look at that. Life was like, girl, we got some more painting for you, coming up. So tomorrow we're actually painting those doors and we're going to install them. But anyways, this story kind of connects with my message for today, where when I was painting at the guest house, there was, number one, yes, I saw the healing, the opportunity to be in a space where I can heal internally without me having to do something about it. Okay, because just being in that space of painting walls, painting doors, again, listening to my podcasts, I was in the present moment. Because, you pay attention, when you paint to make sure that it doesn't drip and things like that. So I was with each stroke very much in the present moment. And while listening to the podcast, I was, entertaining my mind to a certain degree, where the words of the sister who was talking, they also did their work internally for me, right? Because they brought me life. And all this to say, that experience on a deeper level was healing for me, but on a more surface level, if you will, I had such an appreciation and a gratitude for it. Okay, that lady whose podcast, she'll never know how deep. You know what? If there's a way for me to send her a message, or I didn't leave comments on her podcast, like, in the comment section, but I'm gonna find a way to let her know that she has no idea how she contributed to a very deep healing that I needed. At the time, she was the answer. As far as the voice that I needed to hear in my spirit, she was the answer. There's a deep sense of gratitude for that, and for the painting experience itself. And that I told the lady who is running the guest house. before I left, I told her how, yo, you have no idea how that was necessary for me. And you had no idea that, you know, by allowing me to come here, by giving me this opportunity to do this work, was absolutely necessary for me. So deep sense of gratitude and appreciation for it. So today, that is what I want to talk about: appreciation and gratitude. So it doesn't have to be like, you know, in relation to something intense happening in your life and then coming on the other side of it and being grateful for it. Yes, it can be that, but we don't need to wait for those types of chapters in our lives to happen to feel appreciation and gratitude for what is here now, because really life is just here now. Life is not in 5 months from now, 10 years from now. Life is not 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 months ago, 10 minutes ago. No, life is just now. That's why the concept of time, which, you know, we'll talk about in some other video, but the concept of time, it's really just a construct, because at the end of the day, life is just very much in the present moment. It's present moment after present moment after present moment after present moment. Now, 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 now. You see what I mean? It's always in the now. Every second that goes by, we are always in the now. This is when life is happening. It's in the now. And you can find reasons to be grateful and appreciative for life every now moment. There's always a reason. There, here comes Sanchez. Hold on, let me let the dog in. Look at his face, okay? Don't he look crazy? Okay. I am so grateful for this dog. Oh, Lord have mercy. He's such a sweetheart. He can be intense and a lot, but love him. Absolutely grateful for his presence and the joy that he brings. So, all right, coming back to what I was saying. You can find reasons to be grateful and appreciative now. And you have to embody that appreciation and gratitude. It's not just, oh, thank you for the food in my fridge. There's no feeling behind it. Imagine somebody, you give something to someone, okay? Or, you know what? A very simple example. I don't know how you feel about that, but I have my own feelings about it. But let's use that as an example. Let's say, I don't know, you're coming into a store or coming into a space, a public space, and you see that there's someone behind you, right? Also going into the same space. So you open the door to get in, but you hold the door for the person. Or maybe on you're coming in, but somebody's coming out, but you showed up at the door before the person coming out, right? So you pull the door open, that person steps out, and then you're about to walk in. Now, imagine you're opening the door, whatever scenario, but you're opening the door for somebody else, a stranger or whatever, and the person just walks by you. Tell me there's not a little space in your heart that's like, you know, okay, you know, my pleasure for holding the door for you, you know, like just receiving a thank you for that small, very simple gesture means something. And I guess that's just me, but I do feel some kind of way when somebody just walks by as if I'm their doorman, okay? Now, I'm the doorwoman for these animals when they want to come in and out of the house. Fine, but they show me their gratitude in a different way because they can't open their mouths and say thank you, but they show their appreciation and gratitude in a different way. But with a human, it's like, yo, if you can open your mouth and say thank you, that's very much appreciated. It's not a big thing, but it's the recognition that, you know, something was done for you to help you in some kind of way, to assist you in some kind of way, and receiving that thank you, it does something. Tell me it don't. Tell me it don't. Now, maybe you don't give a shit. That's cool too. And you know what? Maybe more power to you on that, because then you're absolutely not affected by how anyone reacts to anything that you can do for them. Okay. But having that service that you do recognized, even with just two simple words. It could be one word, it could be thanks, just that. It hits different. It hits different. So imagine now how the universal consciousness, the cosmic consciousness, or life consciousness on planet Earth, people call it universe, God, Purusha, in from a yogic perspective, source, the quantum field, whatever you want to call it. Imagine how it feels when you do, it gives, it gives, it gives. Just like Mother Nature, it just gives, 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 gives unconditionally. And you receive, you receive, you receive, you receive, you receive. But you never say thank you. You never not once stop and say, thank you, like from the highest place in my heart. Thank you. I see what you did and how it helps me, how it serves me for the better. And I'm grateful for it. Thank you. Like, really, thank you. You think universe, God, etc. doesn't, you think it doesn't receive that message? That energy that you're pouring back into it by showing your appreciation and gratitude? It does. It does. And guess what? When you do that, it comes back. The universe, the universe, or how long? Sorry. That energy, it comes, the universe wants to give it back. Like, let me give you more reasons to be grateful for, And what I was saying earlier is that when I mentioned the example of, let's say, holding the door for someone, the thank you can be empty, and we can appreciate, like, it's a stranger, so things could be going on in their lives. They're not preoccupied with you who held the door for them. They could just be like, thanks, and move on. At least they said thank you, and you're like, all right, at least they recognize that they're not just alone in this universe, in this life, in this city, in this moment. They acknowledge the fact that I was there and I opened the door for them to walk through, right? But now imagine that thank you versus a thank you that comes with feels, with feeling, with energy, with an energy that matches their level of gratitude. Like, if they really do feel like a gratitude. Now, opening the door is not that big of a deal unless the person is like holding on to boxes and bags and stuff, and it's like, oh my God, how am I going to open this damn door? And there you are opening the door for them, and they walk through and they're like, oh my God, you have no idea how much that helped me. Thank you. Okay. But somebody could just be, I don't know, on their phone, or they're going through things, they're in their heads, and you open the door and they can see you and be like, oh, thank you, and move on. There's not a lot of feel behind it, but at least they acknowledge the fact that you did that for them. But now that feels different from a thank you that comes with like the corresponding energy of, oh my God, I'm really grateful, like a real thank you. And you can feel the difference. You can feel the difference when it's a things like thanks versus a things like, oh my God, thank you. Like, thank you. And you feel it comes from the heart, right? So when you, first of all, I definitely invite you to practice appreciation and gratitude. This is nothing new that I'm telling you. It's almost the basics of, life, spirituality. It's in the beginning lessons. It's in the foundations, like feeling gratitude. Just from there, you can experience a lot of magic, okay? Just from being in that vibration of gratitude. So when you practice gratitude and or appreciation for something, don't stay at the level of just, oh, I said the words. Nah, we're here for embodiment. So go ahead and let the emotional, energetic charge that comes with the feeling of gratitude present itself and carry your words. Because sometimes we can't even say the words. It's just in a gaze. You can feel it through a gaze. Somebody can look at you, I don't know, in some kind of way you did something for them, and the way that they look at you, like, and you can feel oh, okay. Like, they didn't have to open their mouths, and I felt it, that they appreciated what I just did for them right there, Sometimes that happens in traffic, you can't really talk to the other drivers, but let's say you really need to, you were you almost miss your exit and it's like your last chance to take it, or else like you're stuck going for miles and it's traffic, you're gonna be there for hours. Yeah, like shit, I almost missed my exit. Let me try and make a bold move here. And somebody is like at, let's say on your right hand side before you take the exit, and you look at them and you're like, giving them a sign, I'm trying to get out of, get onto this exit, and they let you pass, and you're like, oh, thank you, God. And the way you give them the little nod or the hand gesture, they can feel that you're very grateful, because then you go and you take your exit. They can feel like, oh, okay, I know they're really like, yo, thank you. Okay, why? Because I've experienced it. That's how I know. I've been the one receiving the thank you, and I've been the one giving the thank you. And just in the gaze exchange, even if it's through the rear view mirror, I know they felt it. And or I felt it when I allowed somebody to come in front of me because they really needed to last minute. So there's an energy that carries with it, because we can totally speak simply in energy without saying the words. But if you can speak and open your mouths, that's, appreciated as well, right? So when you do your exercises of being in appreciation or gratitude for something, for someone, or whatever, let your intention of being in gratitude come with the matching energy. Okay, allow yourself to feel it, and allow that feel to run its course throughout your whole body. You want to feel it in your veins, in your blood, and it's just flowing all over your physical body. And on a subtle level, it also permeates over your energetic field, the one that we don't see with the eyes. Allow yourself to really be filled up with those sensations of appreciation and gratitude, because from that vibration, like I said earlier, it's easy for God, the universe, cosmic forces, source, etc., to just give back to you. It's like, oh, you're so grateful? Let me give you more reasons to be grateful. More reasons, more reasons, more reasons. And we're not doing that just to like get something. No. Think about it. At the end of the day, it's not about getting something. It's about how you feel in your own skin, right? It feels good to be in gratitude. It feels good. Try it. Try it. Be in gratitude and really feel the feels from your heart, and it moves throughout your whole body. How does that feel to be in that state? Tell me it don't feel good. Tell me it doesn't feel good, right? It feels amazing. It feels great. And every day you can wake up and tap into that energy. Okay? If all else fails, if you can't be in the energetic signature of whatever you desire to embody, if, let's say, for joy, if I can't be in a state of joy because something happened and it triggered something in me, and now I'm not, it's harder for me, there's more resistance to be in the joyful vibration, because life is lifing, right? We're not saying we're just here to be high vibes all the time. No, we're going to go through life and feel different emotions and sensations. But if there's one thing that is easier to access as far as an energetic vibration, it's the vibe of gratitude, because you can easily look around you and be grateful for something. And maybe it won't be the intense feel of it, but you can still feel it in your heart, even if it's at a more, I don't want to say lower level, but it's not the full-blown thing. Maybe it's just, a little, just this little, in my hands, I feel this much. It's a cup of gratitude that I hold in my hand that I can drink. Even just that, it feels so nice. So you can wake up in the morning or whenever in the day, always tap in, because it's always accessible to you. If, let's say, you could even challenge yourself every hour or 2 hours, you can even set an alarm on your phone and just think, oh, whenever the alarm goes off, think of, at least one reason to be grateful for something or appreciative of something. And it doesn't have to be something that's completely out there, It could just be your body. You could start with your body. Be grateful for your body and appreciative for everything that it does for you. I mean, think of all the things the body does. Man, you could spend a whole year just finding different reasons to be grateful for your body. There is so much there. It's a well of full of reasons, okay, for you to just every day pick something and be completely grateful for. You could be grateful for your eyes quand tu clignes des yeux, when you, not wink, but, you know, when you open and close your eyes, you know, I forget the term in English, my bad. You could be grateful for, you know, the ability to chew. Be grateful for the fact that, you know, you're, with your hands, you can take things and create and do things with your hands. You can be grateful for your heart that beats every moment. You can be grateful for every breath that you take with ease. You can be grateful for the fact that you can get up and walk. You can be grateful for the fact that you can dance, that your body allows you to move in a way that, you know, um, is in sync with a rhythm and it brings you joy. You can be grateful for so many things. And then, you know, you can start looking outside of yourself. Be grateful for the space where you live, where you lay your head at night. You can be grateful for the food that's in your fridge. You can be grateful for, um, you know, the water in your house. When you turn on the faucet, there's water coming out. And there's some people who don't have that, who legit have to walk miles to go and get water, you know, and that's a whole different experience in and of itself. But you, if you look at what you have today, here, now, in the present moment, we can be grateful for that, you know. If you have animals, be grateful for their presence, you know, and the joy that they bring you and everything else that they bring you. Just, yo, even these pens, okay? Now, I'm in my friend's office, but I mean, I have my own pens over there. But being grateful for having pens that I, you know, and paper that I can write, because I love to write. And I have all kinds of pens with different colors and stuff. And I'm grateful that I can use all these different pens, different colors, and color code all my stuff that I write. It sounds basic, but to me, it's something, and I'm totally grateful for it. And then you can go a step further and be grateful for the hands that created all those things. Okay, you can expand your gratitude so freaking far. Yo, being grateful for the food that's in your fridge. Somebody had to, you know, plant the seeds and, you know, care for the seeds when they grew and package the food and put them on ships or, you know, in planes or in trucks, wherever, whatever, for that food to travel all the way to the store, and from the store where you can go and get it. Do you see what I mean? Your mind can go far, 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 because we're all interconnected. Everyone in some way or somehow contributed to allowing you to enjoy life as it is. Somebody made this house, built this house that I live in. Somebody made this computer. Somebody made this phone. You know, everyone contributed in some kind of way for my life to be more easeful and, you know, to have access to different things. You, listen, like I said, there's a well, a very deep well that goes beyond the core of the earth, full of reasons to be grateful for. And they could be as big as a grain of sand. It's full of them. And every day you can pick one if you want, pick 10, pick 5, whatever, and be grateful for. So what could be your gratitude and appreciation routine? Could it be in the morning when you wake up, first thing, you want to bathe in that energy? So you think of 3 different reasons that you're grateful for the moment, for the present moment. Could it be, you know, let's say, okay, well, every time I go for a walk, because let's say you go for 3 walks per day, you find reasons to be grateful, you know, for the air that you breathe, for the trees that you see, for your good neighbors, for that community that you live in, whatever. Every time that you eat, being grateful for the food and for all the hands that contributed to having this plate in front of you, for Mother Nature and all that she provides it all. See, that's another well of gratefulness that will just never end. There are so many reasons to sit and be grateful for Mother Nature. We call her Mother for a reason, right? She nurtures us, she heals us, she takes care of us, she houses us, you know? She provides for us day in and day out, nonstop, right? So could it be whenever you're out in your yard, you think of reasons to be grateful for her, for your kids, for your spouse, for your partner, for your friends, for your family, for yourself, for how you take care of yourself and how you pursue, you know, your dreams, or how you just the way that you lead your life in a way that is pleasant and joyful for you. Whatever it is, find a way that is in agreement with you, that's easy for you to do, where you can practice being grateful and appreciative of what is now. And again, feel the feels. Don't just be like, thank you. No, thank you. Go deep and allow the emotions that accompany your intention of being grateful to fill your body up and be in that energy. Embody gratitude and embody appreciation, however it feels for you. Okay? So, quick update. I'm being grateful and appreciative of everything that I have. And the more that I am, the more that life just wants to give to me, and it's the more ideas come to spirit, or the more I connect with people who are in the vibration of my embodiment, and it opens up new doors and opportunities. It's wild how just being in gratitude, I see how it opens up so many doors, like within myself, and how it feels good, and with others, or with my work that I'm doing. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Just being in the state of gratitude brings me so much. And again, just at the basics, it feels so good. Okay. And who I'm embodying, it feels good to be her. You know what I'm saying? So however I can tap into that energy and allow it to completely fill me up, I'm gonna do it. And gratitude and appreciation for what is at this very moment, I'm definitely doing it. Okay? Because no matter how I envision, like, okay, well, within a year from now, 5 years from now, like with this embodiment, this is where I am, this is what I'm magnetizing into my life. And, if it takes whatever time that it takes, if it takes years or whatever, that's a different thing, right? Because again, like I said, time is a construct. So I'm not even thinking necessarily in terms of like a year, 5 years from now. Some things I know, like, okay, well, they will take time, they will take time, but always being in the now moment, in my head, I know it is done. So now I'm just doing the things to, bring it all together, right? But even if it's not a full expression of the manifestation that I am magnetizing to myself because of the embodiment, I can still be in the here now and love, appreciate, and be grateful for what is in front of me. I'm grateful for the laptop that's in front of me that allows me to do the work on, on the computer. I'm grateful for my yoga mat because I can just hop on it and do my flows. I am grateful for the ideas that come to me and then I put them on paper and I see them as so real, and I can then work on them and play with them and do things with them. All of that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I see myself making all kinds of like videos, but right now this is what I'm doing, is this YouTube, and I'm still how can I say this? Look at the background. It's not perfect. In the first video in the series, like I was behind the AC unit outside and it was making noises. It's like, okay, it's not perfect, but I'm so grateful to be able to do this, to have this phone, to have access to Wi-Fi, to be able to upload to YouTube. I'm grateful for the idea that came to me, for me to share, no matter how many people watch. And I'm so grateful for each and one of you who watches these videos. Thank you so much. From the highest place in my heart, every time I see that, whether it's 3 people, 5 people, I see one of the videos, I think it was the first one that hit 290 views. I'm like, oh my God, 290 people sat down to watch this. I am so grateful for each and every one of you, okay? So, all right, this video is hella long, so I'm gonna wrap it up right here. But from a space of gratitude in my heart, I just want to say once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for you being on your own journey, because the planet needs more people who live from the heart, lead from the heart, and from an embodiment of a version of themselves who is here to light up the world. Okay, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you felt that. All right, I will see you tomorrow in the next video. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace.